With your weekly collective reading. So as always, remember that this is just a general reading. If it works for you, take the message. If it doesn't, remember to leave it, and you can either book your own personal reading or come back next week and see if it's for you. Okay, so I hope everyone is well under this Scorpio full moon. We're going to see what's going on. All right. So the bonus is that we're in Taurus season, so there's a lot of pentacle energy here, which is a good sign because that is our physical reality, grounded earth energy. So let's see what the bottom of the deck energy is. Okay, so we have Three of Cups. So this is all about community, collaboration, connection, celebration on an emotional level. So perhaps you've been looking at ways to connect more with your friends, your family. Maybe you've started some new projects and they've taken off. Maybe you've just reconnected again with friends or family or close people that you have a good time with. You maybe even considering getting more out in the community. So this is sort of the theme of the week ahead. Our first card out is the Ten of Pentacles. So this is usually that kind of physical reality manifestation, that happily ever after. As you can see, you've got mum, dad, the kids, the dog. So this is kind of that overall success of, your manifestations. So whether that is a partner, children, or like a business or just health and well-being, whatever it is, that's kind of the focal point I'm picking up here. Like Spirit's really like, this isn't sort of saying you're here. This is more saying this is where your focus needs to be right now. What looks like this success to you? Is it a home? Is it a partner? Is it a job? Is it money? That whatever that brings you, that stability, that safety, that feeling of like, I'm living a life I am truly loving and truly proud of, and that feels safe and secure. Because I feel like for a lot of us, we've been going through it a little bit, and now Spirit's like, what does this look like? What does this look like? Because it is there, it's right there, but I feel like some of us have lost a bit of focus. Maybe we've detoured a little bit and we've kind of come off the grid a bit, but I'm feeling like this needs to come and be the primary focus. So, and very, very suitable under the Scorpio full moon. It's really about releasing any of the unconscious patterns that block this, but also getting rid of the people, the places, the things that don't support this either. So that's kind of the theme, like through this reading, like it's saying, where are you jeopardizing your goal, your desires, to people please, to just fit the status quo, to just do what you feel like you need to be doing because it's easier. All that kind of stuff is coming up for assessment. And with this King of Swords energy, now this is all about like clarity and success as well. This is kind of that, the King of Swords I always see as like the king sitting on his throne going, I'm so proud of my kingdom. Like I can see it all. I've worked so hard and I've done it. So it's like you've got this energy behind you that's like, I know I can do it. And I know I can get this. But I just feel like there's maybe, and that could also be the influence of this Three of Cups energy, like maybe it is people externally that are sort of like, knocking you off your perch, so to speak, because you were maybe really focused on your goals and now you thought, oh, I'll get back out there and I'll socialize and I'll do all this stuff. And, now you're kind of back in that cycle of being like, what am I actually doing? So step back into this King energy. It's right here. And you've got a lot of wisdom. So if you are struggling to understand this Ten of Pentacles, you do know. This is like a very dominant energy of like, I know exactly what I want and I know exactly what I have to do, but I feel like maybe some of you aren't doing it because you are getting caught up in external noise, social activities, even just the belief that if you spend too long working on your own thing, like you'll lose friends, you'll lose people. But it's kind of that, what's meant for you will hang around and be supportive. So don't let any of that external noise detour you off this. Okay, come back to your center, come back to your throne, come back and look at a higher perspective and say, hey, yep, actually, that could be readjusted, that could be eliminated, that could be, you know, a king doesn't just sit there and let his throne turn over, his kingdom like roll over every day. You know, it's like, right, that group, you know, they are making the palace look bad, so fire them, off with their heads, whatever. You know, I know it's very dramatic, but that's kind of the theme energy I'm getting. So it's like, you know, it's saying take a seat, look at your kingdom, so to speak, whatever that looks like. Look at this Ten of Pentacles and what is not supporting it. What's got to go? What can be, you know, maybe had a talking to and repaired? What can be adjusted? Just anything you need to do, but you can't do it by being erratic. You can't do it by being 100 miles a minute and being, you know, everyone's best friend. You have to come back to stillness, sit again on that higher perspective and say, hey, what is needed for this right now? And then we have the Ace of Pentacles to finish up this spread. So what I'm getting from here is you've got the 10 and the Ace, that's 11. 11 is a master number, but also Ace is all about new beginnings. So naturally under a full moon, we release, brings in new energy. So this is kind of saying this is your opportunity now to look at this, reevaluate, and go for it. And again, that earth energy is about stability. So you can see here like the roots in the card coming out of the coin. It's like, you know, put your foundations in, put your roots in, like into the things that matter. Into the things that matter, not just like, oh yeah, build yourself a solid foundation. No, like ground into what truly matters. If your biggest thing right now is looking after your health and well-being, getting better sleep, whatever, ground into that fully. Start there. If yours is, like I said, starting a business, starting a relationship, moving house, moving location completely, you know, whatever it is for you, this is your opportunity now to come back and ground into that newness, that beginning of, you know, keep going towards these goals. You know, it is also a good time, like I said, to reevaluate. So look at where maybe you've asked for something in the past and think, hey, do I still really want that? Does that still really serve who I am as a person? Does that still serve my energy? Have I maybe ascended? Am I on a new level now? Have my goals changed? This is that time to start on that new path. Okay, it's going to still be the similar path to what you're on, but it's going to be more aligned to you and your energy. So remember, look at where you need the fresh start. Look at where you need to start fresh or start again or wipe the whole slate clean and go a completely different direction, whatever. But this moon is super transformational. Like once we feel by about May, end of May, we are going to feel a whole different energy. We're going to feel like we've changed. So naturally your goals and desires might change. So that's why this is saying, look at this 10. Does it still match where you are? Is it still the same goal? Take your time, look at it from a higher perspective, look at what you want and what needs to happen for it to align, and then use this new fresh energy to start again, or start fresh, or start over, whatever one of those sort of signifies, but ground into it, dig those roots, build this foundation this time. I feel like for many of us, we have been building on rocky foundations, and that's why we do constantly kind of come back to this, like, we need to start again. We're constantly rebuilding, and yes, we will always be rebuilding and like reassessing, but the concept is that this time, ground it in, make it solid, build the foundation so that we don't have to keep crumbling and rebuilding this same stuff. Okay, now the word re is really powerful too, because we are about to come into retrograde. So Pluto is going to go first. That's all about, again, the darkness, the shadows, the death and rebirth. So that might be a bit intense through this time. You might come up against some real revelations and it will bring emotions with it, but that's okay. Remember, anything clearing out is always creating space for something new that you can ground into and really set up solidly to make you feel safe and stable. And then we'll have Mercury. So we all know Mercury retrograde when we see one. But anyway, guys, I hope that helps. Like I said, use your friends, use your community, use your support as you need to navigate through this transformation, but also don't let yourself get caught up in it that you're not giving back to yourself. Okay, have a great week, guys. Let me know in the comments that this was helpful, and as always, you can book your own readings or healings in the link. Bye.